Good morning, it's Mrs. McMillan. Hope you're having a great day today. It's time for another morning message, and we're going to start with our date, with our day of the week and the month, and then we're going to talk about one of my favorite authors today because I love to read books. Let's review our days of the week, starting with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And today is Thursday, so we'll go ahead and write that here. So we always begin our days of the week with a capital letter. So there's our capital T. Thursday has that TH making like thumb. And then we're going to write the rest of the word, Thursday. And there's our comma because we're not finished yet. And then we have the month that we need to write here. So let's review those. We have, again, our months of the year in order. And the book that we can talk about today talks about the months of the year. So let's review those first. Help me read as I point. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And it is May, so we're going to go ahead and write the word May with our capital letter because we start those with capital letter. There's the word May. It's the 14th day, so there's the number 14, and our year 2020. Let's read that. Today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. And there's my period because I'm stopping my sentence. All right, here's my rest of my morning message. It says, my favorite author is Eric Carle. Here's a question for you. Have you read his stories? And I know that's a question because I end it with a question mark. So, have you read his stories? Eric Carle. Well, I have a book that I found, and I'm going to practice reading some of these books, these stories in the book to you as soon as my computer begins working a little bit better. So I will share those with you as well. So this is a great book because it's got all the stories that are written and the pictures are drawn by Eric Carle. And here it says stories for all seasons. And we talked about the 4 seasons. We talked about spring, summer, fall, and winter. And then there are 3 different stories within this book. Rooster's Off to See the World, A House for Hermit Crab, and The Tiny Seed. So A House for Hermit Crab is a story that I listened to Ms. Hawkinson read yesterday, and I wanted to share a little bit about that book today. And we're not going to read it. We're just going to look at some of the pictures and talk about what makes it special. So, A House for Hermit Crab. And if you look through these beautiful pictures, there's a hermit crab and his shell is too small and he needs to do something. So it's time for him to move. And if you notice, there's a word right there. It's January. And then if we turn the page, we go to the next month, which is February. And he's now looking for a shell. He finds one that's just right, but it doesn't really have a lot on it. So in March, he decides to find some different things to decorate his shell. And as we go through the story, it goes through the months. What comes after March? April. And then we have May, and it goes on. And at the end of the story, he has this beautiful shell with all kinds of decorations. And Miss Hawkinson asked her first graders yesterday to draw a hermit crab, which I have one right here. It was very easy to draw, and she wanted them to decorate the shell with some things that they liked. And his shell is like a house that you live in. You like to decorate it and make it pretty. So when I drew this hermit crab, I just started here with my pencil, and I curved around like this. And if I make a mistake, I can always erase it. And then I started drawing his head, and I kind of just looked at the picture and copied it. So there's his head and his claws and the rest of his body and some legs, and then he has some antenna. But just like the story, his shell was pretty plain. So if I was this hermit crab and I had to decorate the shell, I picked some things that I would like to add to it. And I picked one thing. I picked my favorite color, and I love flowers. Yellow is my favorite color, so I thought that would be pretty to put on the shell. And I just drew a flower and cut it out. Something else I think would be pretty on my shell, if I was a hermit crab, would be this beautiful, colorful rainbow. because I love rainbows. And then I drew a heart and colored it pink because this to me means love, and my house would definitely be a place where there is love. And then one of the last things I drew was a dog, because a dog could help protect my house, and also my dog could be fun to play with at my house, and I love dogs too. I didn't have as many things as the hermit crab did on his shell because he collected 12 things, because there are 12 months of the year. So maybe you can think of 12 things. I just got started. I might add some more things to my hermit crab's shell. And be on the lookout for me sharing myself reading this book to you. Another day I might read The Tiny Seed, and next week I might read to you Roosters Off to See the World. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.